Welcome to the Magnolia, the show that is dedicated to image, brand, and business culture. I'm Nyda Bittmann-Neville, your host. As an image and brand doctor, I help my clients, both from an individual and a business perspective, to focus on creating and enhancing their overall image and brand. Why is it that we need to brand ourselves? It is very important because everybody is actually creating your brand. Yes, in fact, when somebody sees you, when somebody is introduced to you, then you are showcasing that image. As they continue to interact with you, engage with you, you begin to then illustrate and demonstrate your brand. So you have control to a certain extent about how that perception is going to be made on others. Now, don't you want to have at least some control? Some people say, oh, Nyda, it doesn't matter, I am what I am. Well, that is true, you are what you are, but we do have the ability to control the perceptions that others have of us. When we communicate effectively, when we present our ideas in a clear and concise fashion, when we care about the way that we look, when we try to utilize the colors, the clothes, wear them in the appropriate way, that all helps to enhance our image and our brand. Our values, the way that we share our thoughts and ideas, the way that we network, the way that we engage, the way that we talk about what we do in life. Everything that we do, if you think about it, affects our overall image and brand. Well, what else does it do for us? Well, it certainly helps people find you. It helps people understand about who you are or who your company is. And besides that, it helps to build trust and recognition. When somebody receives your blog, for example, and you have music attached and you use consistent music, just as soon as they hear that, they're going to know it's you. If you use a certain color palette, as soon as they see that, just like Coca-Cola, like Target, they're going to know that about you. So think about, one, what is your brand? What is it that you want it to be? And then build to that. If you want to be known as trendy, for example, then think about how you can display that, how you can illustrate and demonstrate being trendy. It could, of course, start on the outer side with the clothes that you wear and how you wear them. If you are more in a conservative environment, then the way that you help to create that brand from an appearance perspective is you want to be, needless to say, a little bit more reserved and a little bit more considered professional, if you will. Gentlemen, you may want to take that a step further and say, I'm going to wear suspenders. Not every man can do that, but for those who can, that is a way for you to stand out, because standing out is exactly what branding is about. Now, that doesn't mean for you to stand out in the crowd because you have pink hair, although that may actually be something that you may want to do, for all I know. And it's not being negative. No, it is being very positive about the brand that you want. And of course, we all project an image. Whether we are just being seen and not even interacted with, we create an image. But when people begin to interact with us, then they begin to see our brand. So you have some control over that brand, how others perceive you. So think about, one, write down 5 words that you feel represent your brand. Then look at each one of those 5 words and say, okay, how is it that I illustrate and demonstrate each of those? Write that down. Take a look at what you are creating. Ask a few others who you feel you can honestly get an objective opinion from. Share what you've come up with and say, where am I on target and where am I off base? And begin to really define what is your individual brand. Because once you really start to feel strong about that brand, then you can begin to develop ways to enhance it, the ways to sharpen it so that you do help to have control over the perception of your brand by others. It is valuable. I hope that's been of interest to you. I hope you'll try it, and if you do, I hope that you will share with me what the results were. Just go to www.themagnolia.tv, log on and say, Nyda, I want to share with you what I've come up with. And I would love to either interview you if that's possible, find out about it so I can share it with others. I love to hear those kind of stories. So join me each and every Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern Time as I bring you tips, techniques, and strategies to help you enhance your image, brand, and business culture. I'm Nyda Bittmann-Neville, your host.